What's up, guys? We got one here from Sigma Traits. Watch women lose their minds when they are treated like men. Let's get into it.
Jennifer Gilbo riding in Shoel Mahmoud's car when out of nowhere she appears to snap, lunging at the Uber driver, dousing him with pepper spray. Shoel picked up Jennifer and a friend on West 46th Street, but when they got to 65th and Lex, things quickly went south early Wednesday morning. What? Shoel insists he hadn't said a word to the ladies. The other passenger appears just as stunned.
Done what?
Repeatedly asking her friend why she was doing this, Jennifer would only say,
Get him out.
"Get him out." In the first few seconds, Shoel tells me he tried to get out, but his seatbelt was on. Police did arrest Jennifer. She's charged with assault and now has a lawyer who at this point is not commenting.
Thank God for having a camera in the car. I mean, we only see what is there in the clip, but still, thank God for the camera in the car. This is what we're calling rideshare roulette these days, where you gamble your dignity and hope to avoid a pepper spray baptism. The poor guy just wanted to do his job, but no, this chick Jennifer had to go full on Tasmanian devil in his car. And for what? I mean, he didn't say a word. At least that's what it shows in the video. It must have been the quiet that set her off. Apparently now silence is clearly an attack now. I mean, but here's the kicker. Her friend was like, "What the hell are you doing?" I mean, that right there, her accomplice didn't co-sign off on this madness. And Jennifer, this "you get him out" tantrum got you in jail. I mean, but don't worry, lawyers no comment speaks volume. There's no defense for crazy.
Outside is only dangerous because of men, which is true. Statistically, violence, men.
That isn't true. Let's get to the root cause of things. Manipulation happens when you focus on the effects and you don't go to the cause. So the root of it is that without a man and you were just here, you would have been eaten by a lion, a tiger, and bear. And guess what? If the lions and tigers and bears didn't get you, you wouldn't have the ability to gather enough calories for you to last. Because a woman can't manipulate the world how a man can. So let me explain to you how a world would operate with only women and only men. When men get together, we know, oh, he's stronger here, he has this skill here, he got this. Let the best person work this skill, and that creates a hierarchy from top down. When a women get together, what you think about, you're all emotional. So you're tiptoeing all the time and you're looking at the sensitivity levels in this woman and that woman because you know that you are sensitive. So what you do is you start looking at everything in an egalitarian sense to equalize everything. You get two, you get two, you get two, you get two. The men don't operate like that. Did you do enough to get two? If you ain't do enough, you're not getting to. You get zero. Put in that work and then you get that. This is why on the Survival series, men, they was cleaning water fast, building fires fast, because they created that hierarchy. They put the best person in position first. The women, they was trying to do everything equal and by committee, so they couldn't create any order and any structure. The world wouldn't be safer without men. Nature killed more people than any wars and anything you could never imagine. And men, we built infrastructure to protect the woman from nature.
Yep, the age-old debate, what would the world look like without men? And spoiler alert, it wouldn't. Lions, tigers, bears, grizzle, and reality would end it all before brunch. Men build hierarchies to survive, women form committees to feel included. And that's not sexism, that's survivalism. And actually, I can vouch for that. I hate meetings and period. I always consider whatever the time is a waste of productive time. I could be doing anything else. It's not a disrespect to women, but the meetings that I do go to that have women running it, it always ends up, let's all break up into groups and write things down on a piece of paper, and then we'll all come back together and we'll share what we wrote down. And us men are like, why don't we just share it out right now what we need to? What's the point of breaking up into groups, wasting a bunch of time, writing a bunch of shit down, and then come back and then share our feelings? I mean, we got work to do. We have other things to do. We're all busy. But I can relate to this. I mean, 100% on this, you know, and they're talking about the survival shows. Men were boiling water, building shelters, and surviving like it was Tuesday. You know, meanwhile, women's committees were busy debating which rock had the most inclusive vibe. You know, nature is brutal and not woke, and no kumbaya circle is going to stop a hurricane. I mean, statistically, yes, men cause more violence, but here's the trade-off. Men also prevent it by building societies that keep nature's chaos in check. Without men, women-only utopia would last exactly as long as it takes for the first thunderstorm to roll in.
Oh my God, you're an idiot. You are a legitimate.
You're listening to the argument that led to the firing of one of Dallas County's assistant district attorneys.
I'm asking you politely to please
No,
step out
because
of
now
my
I'm
vehicle.
pissed the off.
Uber driver Sean Platt says he was driving Texas lawyer Jody Warner home from this bar Friday night when she became upset about directions and began threatening him.
You're so stupid. I want the cops to come. so that they can you up.
She kept saying she was assistant DA. Said, who are they going to believe, you or me? So I said, you know what, you're kind of right. So I took out my phone and I recorded it.
He says he pulled over and asked her to get out of the car. When she refused, he called the police.
She actually hit me. It was not how I expected my night to go.
Ma'am, please.
No, man, please. Dude, everything's being recorded. I'm an assistant district attorney, so shut the up. I think this might be kidnapping right now, actually.
When the cops arrived, Platt says he declined to press charges.
I'm used to dealing with drunk passengers on a consistent basis.
I would have pressed charges, but the problem that I find with the legal system or law enforcement, not that I don't have an issue with a lot of cops, but they do tend to stick up and cover up for each other. So I'm surprised that she was fired from her job. We got this Jody Warner, aka Karen with credentials, thought flashing her assistant DA badge made her untouchable. Absolute bullshit, which it didn't. You know, she went from a drunk diva to walking HR violation in 0.2 seconds. And the Uber driver, I mean, he deserves a medal for recording her meltdown instead of throwing her out mid-drive, which I would have. But her logic is, who are they going to believe, me or you? Again, playing now the victim mentality of a female. I mean, this is where she could have just said anything. If he didn't have it recorded, he would have been fucked. I mean, look, when you're slurring your threats like a James Bond villain reject, we believe the guy with the dash cam. You know, she even claimed kidnapping, which is a load of shit. I mean, look, lady, your bar tab doesn't justify hijacking the legal system. You know, again, he didn't press charges. I wish he would have, just to make an example, but this is a prime example of modern entitlement, wielding power to crush the little guy and failing miserably. I mean, what we're seeing today is just a crash course in insanity, unchecked entitlement, emotional volatility, and society losing grip on accountability. Whether it's random violence against an Uber driver, survival fallacies about women-only utopias, or drunk power trips from a legal professional, the pattern is clear. It's respect, logic, and fairness are all in short supply. I mean, here's the truth. The system props this madness up, from weak laws that enable toxic behavior to social media amplifying drama queens, and the deck is stacked against sanity. For men, the solution isn't to fight these battles on their turf, it's to sidestep the circus entirely. And that's why MGTOW resonates. Why engage when you can opt out? Build your wealth, hit the gym, and grab a passport and go where sanity still lives. Anyways, guys, it's a short one here today. If you like what you've seen today, hit that like button, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Drop me a comment down below what you think, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.